Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Oh. Get that out of here. Sundays, I need a titty bop. I need a left, right, shoulder twerk. I need a rump, back up, do that dirt. I said a boom. It's a Sunday panel. I said a boom. It's a Sunday panel. Not gonna Azealia Banks making a whole bunch of rhymes that don't make sense. Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thanks for tuning in. All my lovely friends and Kenzie. I don't know, this was a rush for me, okay? I low-key cut my hair 30 minutes ago. Bow. She's still there. Hairline still intact. Thank you, Jesus. I also just finished the Tina Turner documentary. Simply the best. You got to do one of them Tina swings. Better than. Da-na-na. Anywho, we got a lot to talk about today. Season 13 of Drag Race. A lot of y'all felt very different in opinions than I did, but that's okay. I love having conversations about TV shows that I love. We also want to talk about Godzilla versus King Kong to Chris's delight. I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about that nonsensical but very entertaining movie. We also want to talk about Miss Iggy Azealia has something to say about her not getting a Grammy or YouTube pushing her latest single. Somebody feels they are deserved. Okay, so with that being said, and there's some more tea coming up, Blakeisha's running just a little bit behind. He'll be here in a second. He had a work meeting that's running a little bit late, but we're doing this as a family. This is family time here. Wilma Fingerdew will be here next week, though, and we have some other special guests for April. Let's get my social medias out the way. I'm drinking water because I'm actually supposed to be going to a bar after this today. We'll talk. It's Cash App. Ooh, too early. It's Matty Rants on both Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo bookable, and the Stereo app. Remember, Mondays are me and Dooley's podcast. Blakeisha and I on Wednesdays, and me and Jamar are bi-monthly on the app for the Matt and Mars show. If you'd like to donate to the channel now that I'm on cue here, please and thank you. Cash App, $ Matty Rants, Venmo Matty-Rants, PayPal.me/MattyRants. That's actually downstairs in this little ticker below. Hi, how you doing? I'm almost to my car, y'all. I am low-key only $1,100 short. And the man who I want to buy it from was like, I'm holding it for your brother. I'm like, okay, give me a second, because he's aware of what I'm doing on YouTube. He was like, oh, I see you out there. I'm like, I'm trying to get the car. Don't sell it to nobody. And it's actually a decent one, and I got to look at it. It's not a lemon. Thank you, Jesus. So anything and everything is helpful, and I appreciate y'all for being here. Let's go ahead and get this started. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my panel. Also, we'll be getting that panel on Apple soon for the podcast. I just talked to a good Judy of mine who walked me through the process. So I'm like, okay, we can start this up. I'm going to do this a little differently today. I want Jamar to be in a different corner here. I got to balance this out. Light skin somewhere and dark skin. We got to move this around checkerboard style just a little bit. First, don't you make that face, Jamar. I see you. First of all, this bitch just came back from vacation somewhere down in the Dominican Republic. Was he just a palm tree on site? I don't know, but the girls may have climbed. Listen, y'all know him from his YouTube channel, C Diggy One, also from, it's a Leslie show, right? Not Pop Roast. I'm trying to make sure. It's Pop? It's the Pop. Pop Roast. Bitch, I watch both, and I always confuse the two. I'm like, I just assume. Excuse me, parlez-vous français. Y'all know him, 6 foot all of it. It's Chris, C Diggy One.
Hi.
Hey, Chris. Welcome back.
It feels great to be back. I missed last week.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Jiggly filled in for you quite well, though. So no worries there. She brought receipts and shade. I was here for it. I see you're giving some all that tease. We welcome your Nickelodeon references up in here.
Oh, yeah. I'm a 90s kid.
Would that be the first cast, or would that be the last cast of all of that when they try to?
The very first cast.
Okay, when Keenan
too. Which I replaced Kel.
Nick Cannon, once Nick Cannon replaced Kel, that was when it was like,
Yeah.
just like Wild and Out. C. Diggy, go ahead and give your social medias.
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, CDIGGI1. You can also follow me on my YouTube as well. I do not pop roast. Well, I do pop roast, but I'm like Blake today.
That was my fault.
I do housewife reviews too, but yeah, you can catch me on Alexander Rogers' channel doing pop roast, as well as on Spotify and Apple if you want to hear us. So yeah.
Awesome blossom. All right, thank you, Chris, and welcome back. Tan on fleek.
I know the tan is popping. I love this lighting.
I'm gonna have to come for you once I get my sun trip here because I need my tan back badly. I'm starting to turn into somebody. I'm starting to turn into Scarlett Johansson. All right,
we're gonna get into that later.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to drag that lady. Next up, though, this long locked individual is out in the ATL. But don't ask him about the housewives unless he wants to sit there and tell you with a dog named Rufus on his lap. My good Judy and sister, a producer now. Whoa! Interviewer working with Scotty by Nature. If y'all don't know who that is, go ahead and get onto his channel. My good sis, Jamar84. How you doing?
Hi.
Hello. No paint today.
I know.
Jamar's like, you missed it, Chris. The dry racer board.
You missed. Look, when he came on screen, I'm gonna say you definitely were the Dominican Republic. Because the last time I came back, I was a couple tan shades darker as well. Because baby, that sun does not play.
Right.
It's good sun too. You want to sit in it, like just bake like a cookie. Speaking of cookies, Jamar, where can they find your pieces?
No, that sounds super nasty.
But that's why I said it.
On all social media platforms at Jamar84, JAMAR84, with the exception of TikTok, which is Jamar840. Amen. It is Resurrection Sunday.
Oh, yes. Happy Easter for those who care, and happy that other Sunday for those who don't give a damn. All right. Speaking of chesticles, there's somebody representing a organization that I do not approve of in the Pokemon universe today, but clearly he wants to let y'all know who he's feeling. Is it Jesse or is it James? Nope, it's Dooley __ noted.
Hey.
Listen, I swear that's an R, bitch. I was like, is he giving T-Rocket?
Right. I said the same thing.
So my intro was perfect then. Is it Jesse? Is it James? No, it's Dooley __ noted. Y'all give me my coots.
Hey, y'all.
Prepare for trouble.
Oh.
Well, girl, if you watch this last episode of Dooley Does Food, you know we're gonna make it triple.
Ooh. To denounce the evils of truth and love, to extend our reach to the stars above. Jesse. James.
How many times did they remix their intro? Because they did it like 3-4 times.
They did.
They did.
Poor Meowth. What a horrible character. Dooley, how about you give us your social medias, baby?
Yes, on this Twitter, I am _Dooley Noted _. On Instagram, I'm Dooley Noted with 2 underscores, just like my name down there. Which is also, and then I'm Dooley Does Food for Business, which is also the name of my YouTube channel. And I left you all a fun little, not so April Fool surprise on the channel. So go watch that.
Okay, thank you, Dooley. I'm sorry, I got speechless. Tamisha, Tamisha actually just sent me half of my goal for today. So Tamisha, thank you for this donation. This is a lot. I'm like, girl, hold on. I hope this didn't come out your tax refund, sister. I need you to, that's your money. But I appreciate you, my love. You really just like chopped half of my goal up. I feel a little bit closer to my car now. Thank you, Tamisha, and thank you, Casey, and thank you, Dee, and thank you, Dooley, for giving us everywhere we can find you. Y'all follow his recipes so your house can smell good when you're cooking, and your food can taste good in your mouth, and your toilet will thank you for using it properly. Okay. What's up, Activia? Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and continue on. Blakeisha's not here just yet. I'm waiting for a text message. I'll call her light skin late right now. So that's perfectly fine. And I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as I can because y'all know my computer is tripping. Okay. And I'm like, child, the fan's all fucked up. So every time the fan turns on, it's like a plane starting. So I have to keep it cool. So if y'all see me get up, I'm getting my cool towel from the freezer that Jake Yonsei told me to do. He said, put it under there, bitch, and get it nice and ice cold so that way it's not going to trip. So if that happens, y'all know what's up. And Dooley, of course, is my secondary who always leads off if I walk away. Anywho, I love how I'm Netflix. This is Nickelodeon over here in your whatever station that they want to put Pokemon on.
Kids WB.
Kids WB. There you go. And
I'm kids only. They butcher all of your favorite TV shows because America is sensitive and they be taking shit out, girl.
See, I'm gonna put Jamar in MTV or Paramount Plus, like for a real world reunion special. Like, and he just came back in the house, and this was his gimmick because he always had a hat, and I was like, oh my god, we knew him for that. Like, that's the hat. So we're on season 13. We finished episode 13, y'all. 13, bitch. 13 of
3 months.
Flipping RuPaul's Drag Race. I cannot. Craterus, love you. Matty, thank you. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. I was trying to catch these before they went. Here we go. Happy Easter. Happy Sunday. The panels to highlight my week. Loving the stereo podcast. And yes, for all that original cast and lots of love. Thank you. Thank you. I'm tired. I'm going to be real with you. I know I do these reviews and people like to comment and get nasty with me every now and then. I don't give a damn. I might be laughing at half the shit that be said. But I'm tired. I'm over it now. I have to be real with you. We made it to top 4, but I am over it. Crown someone, please. Please hurry this up. Get me to All Stars. Please, God. I want to see a different cast by now. I'm sick of these bitches. Not totally, but totally. Okay. What about y'all right now?
Just in the realm of competition, I want to see them do something else.
Yeah, like once they got rid of Tamisha and they started meddling, you started seeing the fingers in the in the pot. It's like, okay, bitch, wrap it up, because girl.
I mean, someone put it in perspective for me. It started January 1st, and now it's April 4th. So it's, oh my goodness. I'm just ready for it to be over because I'm tired of the producer manipulation.
April. Oh my God.
It's been 4 months. It's been 4 months.
I think it's going to be like how the other season went with the everybody's on camera reunion, sort of somebody's going to fuck up their lighting situation. Like,
how many episodes do we have left? Don't we have like a reunion, the grand finale?
I think it's 2. It's only 2. Yeah, it's going to be
top 4, the reunion, and then the finale.
There ain't no reunion.
The reunion will be the same time as the finale. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
They're going to put them together. So to be like, everyone's back, and RuPaul will probably be sitting there with a different face mask on. And that's just how that's going to happen. Somebody said 3 more. I think it's 2. I don't think they're doing a reunion.
COVID special, as far as I remember, the COVID special counted as an episode. So there should be 2 left.
Oh, they were counting that as an episode? Jesus.
As far as I remember, yeah.
Jesus. Okay, we'll see. Well, let's hope. If they give us a separate reunion, I'll be happy. But also, I won't be, because I'm like, God damn it, hurry this up.
Remember how happy we were at first when it was like, oh, you get to know the queens? And I'm just like, oh God, okay, I'm tired of the queens now.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't, because I knew this was going to happen. I knew this. I might say no one's going to get eliminated, but there's still 13. And then the double saves and the girl.
Mm-hmm. So Guttersnipe brought up a great point. Season 8 was only 8 episodes.
We should be crowning bitches right now.
Well, we should have crowned a bitch 2 weeks ago.
Right.
There shouldn't have been a COVID special until after the season. How about that?
Right.
Like that unnecessary shit in the middle of the fucking road. Like, oh my God, look at me over here.
Game. Why would you make us wait for Snatch Game?
Because everyone wanted someone to go home.
So, did y'all notice? So, actually, Keisha Carr, our good Judy, pointed this out to me after we watched the episode together on Friday. Did y'all notice that that lip sync song was disco, which suggests that they swapped the lip sync song for the disco challenge?
Mm-hmm. And they've done that before.
Oh well, yeah, they have.
They've swapped songs to favor other people. Oops, but you know.
So the disco song that we should have gotten for the disco challenge ended up being what we got last week.
What was the song for the disco? episode?
That was
It was Blue Cantrell.
Yeah, that was the hit 'em up style because
Whoa.
it was Candy versus Tamisha, so they were like, let's do something where it could actually like fit into somebody's staying.
They're trying to emphasize you being the ghetto around the way girl, so they're going to play the ghetto around the way song. Like,
I mean, the one that lip sync anyway.
We will talk about it. Oh, we about to get there. We're about to get there because
when you said the sparkles went up and it didn't work for the last one, it shouldn't have worked here.
Bitch.
Exactly. I was so angry.
But
like,
bitch,
Charlotte Envy should still, that didn't work for her.
But bitch.
But it worked for Candy.
Anyway. Let's go ahead and get to the episode so we can get to that lip sync because I know we all have extreme opinions on that. I have read some of your comments on my last video. Some of y'all disliked my video because I said Olivia should have won that, and I stand my ground on my statement. So boom, shakalaka boom, titty up, whatever, nipples, I don't care. The episode basically went like this, y'all. Oh, I'm sorry. Utica went home. Simone was worried. Candy was confident, confident. I love whatever word she knows how to say that day. Okay. After bubbling some spit in her mouth, everybody comes back into the workroom to be excited they can all fit on one side of the table, to which RuPaul walks in with a glued on mustache to give them their main challenge, which is Honey, I Shrunk the Drag Queens. A horrible acting skit that came from season 7. Low key Shakespeare part 2. Yup.
That part.
Very that.
That part.
The characters were written basically to mimic them, if we really want to just go there. And so it left them up to the devices of either choosing a role that would take them outside of their comfort zone or sticking with it, which most of them stuck within their comfort zone. Simone wanted basically Candy's part, and Candy wanted to have Simone not take this part. Candy felt she should have been the bitch. Why should Simone be that? She's the leader. I think Simone made the right decision in wanting that part, but guess what? She ended up with Margarita. And Margarita was just fine.
I don't think it would have made a difference for either of them.
That's what I said in my review. I was like, would it have made it any better? I'm like, no, she would have acted the damn same. But, it would have been, would the judges have actually accepted that moment? Would they have just been like, oh, she's funny, let her go through? It's like, whatever. But anywho, there was rehearsals. And then all of a sudden, somebody on a giant TV screen pops up, and it's our favorite POC tree, Miss Scarlett Johansson.
Our favorite Japanese tree bitch,
and all her Japanese black woman glory, just sitting in there saying hallelujah.
I am not subscribing to the ScarJo hate bandwagon. I actually like Scarlett Johansson. She's still the first lady of the MCU. Black Widow is coming out.
I think the fuck not, you true damn bitch.
She first started out. I'm just saying, not now, but I'm just saying she first started out as that.
Woo! I know you did not talk about the lazy wigs in the first Iron Man movie when Mama was just sitting there swinging around people's necks and shit. You will fucking not.
All the men in all the original male Avengers got their own movie. Can we please let the only female have hers? It came out too late anyway.
Wanda got her own damn TV show. What are we speaking of? And I'm glad Black Widow did get a movie. However, it's Black Widow. She literally threw herself off a cliff. I'm supposed to care about this bitch. It was like the worst characters.
It was a sacrifice.
They should have both died. I think Hawkeye and Black Widow should just jump together, and whoever hit first should have just woken up. You know what I'm saying? I hate them. They were the worst characters.
Scarlett has done nothing to me.
We need people in here who don't have powers.
Thor and will be reprising herself as female Thor in Love and Thunder. Like, we saw her before we saw Black Widow.
Yes, Miriam, we do know that RuPaul does put on sweatpants, which is why the whole Utica situation was crazy, because it was like, bitch, are we doing this today? Like, nah, we're not going to do this today. Mama walks the runway, then she gets back there, she does a blanket or sweatpants. Just be chilling. Shoes off, okay? Much love to Matty in the panel. RP number 13 rigged much. Waiting for All Stars. You and me both. You and me boof. Back to ScarJo. I don't hate the lady. I'm just listen. The movies I did like Ghost World, Under the Skin, which most people have never seen, but I thought that was an art house
Lost
crazy
in Translation.
movie. Lost in Translation. She had to survive Bill Murray. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Like
the other one. I can't remember it right now. But
are you gonna say Marriage Story?
What happened?
No. Okay.
Hell no.
Even though
Hell no. Hell no.
Listen, you know, Chris chooses violence daily. I just wanted to make sure that was not.
Oh, the Jojo Rabbit movie, I actually did see. I'm not a fan of that NAZI, that kind of nonsense, but I will say that was a really good movie, and she did a good job in that. Again, I don't hate her. It's just when that whole conversation came about people who she could play, I can never get that out of my head anymore with her. I can never let that interview go. I couldn't believe she said that's just like Cher saying the George Floyd stuff now. If I had been there. What?
I hope y'all keep that same energy for Zoe Saldana when she tried to play Nina Simone.
Oh, I kept that energy. I had
Miss Gamora. From Miss Gamora.
I had dragged her. Yes, I can. It's hard to watch Guardians of the Galaxy with her in it now. Honestly,
we dragged her to the point to where she apologized for real.
For real.
I mean, what she did was more offensive than what Scarlett ever done.
I also was given a lesson about Cynthia Erivo the other day because someone was like, how dare you give her praise, Matthew? Do you know what she said about Black people? And I was like, wait, let me look this up. Excuse me. And then I looked it up and I said, oh, shit.
I'll choose more violence. I like Cynthia Erivo, too. I think people are overreacting with that. You're telling a Black woman she can't play American roles. I mean, I just don't care that much. I don't.
It was something she said about Black people in particular that was supposed to be demeaning to folks. That's what was more the issue at hand.
People still bumping Doja Cat. I don't want to hear it. I need people to be consistent.
Chris is back, everybody.
And I'm not drunk today. I'm drinking Powerade because I'm detoxing.
We do not believe you. No, we do not believe you.
We can keep it going. We can keep it going.
It's spiked. It's spiked.
I gotta make it up. Hey, Jiggly, if you in the room. Watch later.
Thank you, Sharon Carter, bitch.
Sharon Carter is the first lady.
Girl, Sharon Carter. Well, I don't want to. Never mind.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm like,
was it all that, Chris?
Falcon and Winter Soldier tea. I don't want to spoil anything.
Chris always wake up and choose violence. Well, when it's soldiers in your cup.
We can get back to Drag Race, though.
Okay.
This is Sanka.
Well, no, we were still on Drag Race. It's just a draggingable moment because we're talking about ScarJo. But are they married or is that her boyfriend, the guy from SNL that showed up in the video? He's funny on SNL. I like him on the Weekend Update. Him and the other guy who does that.
Yeah, he's some random Archie-looking character. Like I don't know his name.
Not Archie.
The fact that I could picture him somewhere in Riverdale right now just really killed it. We appreciate the dragging. My cat passed this morning, so I've been down and dark all day, but I can always count on C. Diggy's opinions to light up the room. Lots of love. I'm sorry your cat passed away this morning.
That's sweetie.
I love Pussy.
I mean, I love cats. Not Pussy.
No, cats are pussies. That's like.
Oh, okay.
You sure it is?
No, that's exactly what I meant. Now you know better.
I am a gold star gay.
And I'm a platinum bottom. So what do you mean?
Never even touched it.
Listen. All I'm just saying, okay, is that I do love cats a lot, and that's why I feel that one here because I miss the cats back in L.A. Elliot in Alaska. My little, you remember Jamar, the little crazy babies over at Megan's house. Yes, there we go. At Meg's house. There we go. Okay. Oh, they're married? Oh, thank you, Cynthia. They are married? Oh, okay. Good for her. Oh, they probably have a fun household. They probably laugh a lot. Back to hold on. Someone's
the challenge.
Get us. Hold on, Chris. Drag from the hypocrisy. Whoa. Calm down. All right. So listen, let's get it back into it. So some people be taking this shit seriously, girl. I'm gonna get you. The rehearsals were left little to be. I was a little bit mad at the rehearsals because it seemed like they didn't give any critiques. It showed Simone doing poorly. Got Mick just powder with the whole fuzzy thing. It's so funny. What was that? Candy more. more candy, more candy, more candy. And it was the same, whoa, whoa. Like the car wouldn't start. Just terrible.
I'm like, what time are they gonna have her yelling? She's already loud.
You know that room was echoing, bitch. Rose was go Power Rangers. Carson loves everything she does. So it was just very that for me. And Olivia was asking a lot of questions for some reason. Should I turn this way? I think this works. And I'm like, ooh, not a producer. Not a producer. They like to send producers home, y'all. All tea. What'd you think of rehearsals? Was it enough for you to get into the skit, or was it like foretelling of the foolishness?
Honestly, I forgot that happened. I forgot that happened until you said it.
It was all just a giant misdirect from me.
Shit.
Basically a misdirect. Let's just get into the show itself. So for some reason, that was a very long,
very long.
It was
like bad sex long. Like, oh, it can just be over with.
Like you're looking out the window at this point, or you've closed your eyes during it, and you're like thinking of somebody else, like bad sex. And I've been there. Trust me. Like just remind yourself, somebody. Like I don't want to make this man's feelings hurt, but shit, we got to hurry this up. Yeah, that was kind of long. It was a little bit dry. It was, people had their moments here and there, but moments were few and far in between. So it was like I found no interest in it.
It was 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
You're lying.
Really?
They put the video on either Wild Presents or World of Wonder, one of them, the segment. It's like 9 minutes, 36 seconds.
It felt double.
With 5 people.
Only 5 people. But they had like 7 scenes.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't funny.
It wasn't.
The best thing about it, Candy looked great.
Mm-hmm.
What?
She looked great.
She was okay. She looked okay.
I thought she looked great.
What?
Here go that sliding scale we be talking about.
Oh, because I'm a reader later. But
so her underwear, like
the panty bitch.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, so we're just gonna let that roll, because when she came out for Trains and that same sort of function and fuckery, we were dragging this lady. So today she's cute.
Wait, what did she wear for Trains?
This Hanes
underwear underwear and red fabric.
That red, her finale look.
The one without an actual train.
World of Wonder and RuPaul have made it abundantly clear that for season 13, the runway does not matter.
Let's say this: her wig and makeup was great.
Okay,
let's say that. Yeah. Now, if you want to get downstairs and take the elevator, that's when you're gonna see the rest of the fucking floor. It's like, oof, no, ma'am.
The Tower of Terror, bitch, just shoot.
I mean, what Disney ride? Okay, like, don't bring your kids on this one. Must be this tall to ride. Like, no, bitch. But seriously, I hear you, Chris. Okay. Rose looked the best.
I'll settle for the neck up.
But we always compliment her on her makeup. Her makeup is usually done really well. It's the other styling and the other accoutrement where we like, bitch, what's the tea?
Then again, they also get a limited amount of time, and Candy may be one of them girls that take a lot of time just to really construct. Then again, I'm not in front of her mirror, or I'm not the mirror telling her what's going on. So outside of the whole show, y'all, I really don't even want to talk about it. It was really boring. Boo. Like Olivia was.
I was thinking though, like, why was Olivia walking like her feet hurt?
Because she was wearing them same sneaker wedges. Like, what's happening here? It's, oh my God, you guys. Oh, this is so much happening here. I love you, Olivia, but I was like, shit, Livy, shit. Simone was Jennifer Lewis again. Gottmik was Gottmikums. Because I've seen this character before from Gottmik. This was not a stretch. I was like, bitch, this is you. Okay.
She took more of her, got sex juice before she filmed the scene.
Oh, thank you, Jamar, for saying that. Because it's so funny that they got this, but they didn't get the commercial. Because I'm like, that's low-key what she was doing.
The same thing.
The same person. It's easy for Rose because all she had to do was turn to the camera and white man shoulders. Like, that's all that was. It was like, okay, so what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, kaboom! I'm on Broadway.
I did want to get into the judges' critiques, though, but I guess we can get to that
Well, we about to roll on down there to whatever RuPaul was wearing in the critiques.
What they did to Olivia.
Mm-hmm. We gonna talk about it. The show was boo. We'll just close it, stamp it, put it in the back. One of the worst ones they've had.
It was a poop. It's a poop.
A wet poop.
Damn.
I needed the visual to understand how bad it was. That means you have to go home. You can't stay at the club. You have to go home. You didn't bring extras. Okay. Category is on the runway, hot pockets. The emphasis was the pockets. Pockets. Hot pockets. You got the hot pocket. Y'all got that that was like really hot pockets. Okay, Simone comes out in a full actual pocket look. Like she's in a pocket and she has Paramore hair, which was a gag for me. What'd y'all think of this look?
Great.
I liked it.
It was very on the nose. It was like I'm the actual pocket. Like this is me inside of the pocket. The hair was like interesting. I didn't know if it matched with the outfit, but it was something as a contrast. So I didn't mind it, but I was like, Tina Burner. But I think the overall look was nice though. I do enjoy it though.
Right, I think it was polished. It fit the criteria. I wasn't blown away, but I mean, she did a great job,
I like the gold zipper accessory and how the zipper was sort of like blended into the dress. That detail was very like, okay. But for me, it was the fact that the Butter song from South Park played in my head the entire time she was walking. I got something in my front pocket for you. Like the Butters is tap dancing through that You Got Served episode, bitch. Hilarious. And shout out to everybody in the comment section of the video that quoted that song for me because I loved it so much. I thought it was a good look. Simone's been consistent on the runway, so for me it was pussy. Now Olivia, while I liked this dress, it didn't give me the assignment fully. Like, yes, there's pockets with it, but it's more of a peplum than a pocket moment. And while it was cute and the wig was sitting actually on her forehead this time, it just was like, I don't know. What y'all think?
Hair and makeup and really the outfit was all great, just the wrong category.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was like, she said, "Oh, I'm gonna put my hair." I'm like, that's not.
Like you could put your phone in there, but it's gonna fall out, bitch, after 5 steps. So what's tea?
Yeah, like that's not a pocket, girl.
Yeah. I also think like I thought the garment was great. Her hair was. We're talking about Olivia, right?
Yeah.
I thought her garment was great and her hair was great. I thought that like she needed like something on her neck. She needed something to like zhuzh it up just a little bit more. It needed just a little more, just a little bit.
Just a pretty dress.
I'm upset she didn't have a small purse with her located.
A missed opportunity.
She did the small purse, maybe twice, 2, maybe 3 times, and then just said, "Fuck it."
It was like just a couple of these, and that was that. And I was like, and you would think that small purse actually would have been a really great joke to go with the Honey, I Shrunk the Drag Queens bit too.
Fucking tiny, exactly.
But my brain just works. Matt, you're not there, Matty. You don't know. I sure don't, but I'm gonna still talk about it. Okay, so listen. Who is next? Oh, Rose in the Mod Squad. Black and white outfit that she gave. It was poncho, jacket, tees, a spin into a dress that was full of nothing but pockets. What'd y'all think of this look?
10s across the board. I loved it.
It was good.
I liked it.
I really good for Rose.
Nothing
bad. My expectations are always low for her.
Ever since that, it's the tool stuff for me, C. Dick. I assume there will be no neck. I assume it will be just jawline, and I assume that I'm gonna get chin. So it's like, oh, okay, let's see how this happens here. So when she does something like this, I'm like, oh, this is whimsy, this is fun, and you spinning and doing your rosé-ness on the stage makes a lot of sense with this outfit because you move and you sell it. She gives me one of the Valley Dolls. Yeah, Valley Doll girls. Very that.
So the garment is good, but the presentation is bad.
No. I like the presentation. I'm one of the people that likes Rosé's extras when she's
for what Chris was saying.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but
I mean, I liked it all. I'm just saying, like, usually with her runways, I just have low expectations for it because it's usually like, really ruffly, no neck.
Which outfit was worse in your opinions, Lalaurí's bag look or Candy's pocket costume? It's Lala's.
Lala's.
Yeah.
Lala.
Yeah.
I would say Candy's alien costume.
But you know what? At least it didn't look like bargain bin dollar store, like.
At least it wasn't
Hodgepodge.
falling off. Yeah, it wasn't falling off of her. And
Candy Muse's outfit reminded me of the name tag holders from kindergarten. Like everybody got their name in the pocket. You got to come and pull your name out before you get on the bus.
oh my God, on the wall. Yes.
That's what it looked like to me.
Listen. Hey, y'all, I had to get ready for this week's panel. So I have my crawfish with all the fixings and my libations. Live and love, y'all.
Baby, hold on. Let me get some of that.
Are you in New Orleans?
Okay, Crystal, let us know. You in that NO, baby?
You somewhere in the South.
Okay, it is crawfish season. Oh my goodness, I got a lot of people to say what's up to. Blake said he'll be here soon in 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes, Blake. Where the hell you at?
Work. Let him get them coin for that mortgage.
Let him keep that roof over his head.
Let him keep that mortgage, girl.
Yeah, to keep that more. I bet it's less than some of y'all's rent for your 1-bedroom apartments.
Probably.
That part. This country so messed up. I want to give a shout out to RL. Thank you for your donating on Cash App. Detwan. Oh, y'all about to get my core. Okay, y'all, I'm almost there. I can't believe I'm having a panic attack. Okay, and Alicia, you too. I love you, sister. I'm low key damn near 400 away. Okay, let me stop. Might go get a car today, girl. Calm down. I'm about to call this man up and be like, "Gimme!" All right. I'm supposed to be waiting for this next check from YouTube. Okay, bring it in, Matt. Back to the show. Because I have been not ordering any food. I've been good. Like I've been trying, Jesus. That's been helpful because ordering food, y'all, like match them bills at the end of the month. You will be surprised how much money come out your pocket. Back to this runway. Candy Muse is next.
Poop.
I mean, it looked like someone threw her in a blender.
That's why I said my review.
It's like when you play the Sims and click randomize.
Ooh, bitch.
Oh, Jamar felt that one because Jamar is a Sims player down.
Ooh, bitch. I thought it looked like a mermaid caught in a fishnet.
It's like she went to go play supermarket sweep at Kids R Us.
And the lights
came out
in Texas.
I did appreciate that reference though at the end. I did appreciate that.
What reference?
Which one?
Which is it? The lights went out in Georgia, and that's when the lights went out in the workroom.
Oh, Olivia. When Olivia said that, yes, we remind ourselves of who the reference was given because honestly, I saw the Chromatica Karen wig on Candy's head not fit her head. I'm sick of these wigs. Maybe you were so hot because the wig didn't fit and it was too tight and it was cutting off circulation. I don't know. But that wig didn't fit your head at all. That makeup was a chop capoots. It really was. I don't like the smear thing that the girls do. I'm about to just make this whole, like, what is this? Like, there was no detail I could see in the eye, baby. This was fine. It was just the eye for me. I was like, no. But then it's a bodysuit with all this sort of like entanglement going on. I felt like I was watching a Netflix series that's not going to get renewed for another season. It just was not what I wanted. I was like, oh, this was getting, no. And
Jose was like, this is the end. We're starting to run out of drag.
That outfit was an abomination. And the wig, it just didn't fit on her head. Like her head is like, it's shaped like, you watch Ghostbusters.
No, you will not.
You should look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow.
No, you're talking about Marshmallow Man. No, you will not.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
No, you will not.
Or even the Michelin Man.
No, you will not.
Yes, Michelin Man.
No, you will not. No, you will not.
Put one of those wigs on. Can someone please do that? Can we put a wig on the
No. I will not. I rebuke you. I rebuke you.
She look like Fiona from Shrek.
Her wig didn't fit either. Her wig did not fit either.
Oh my, you know what? You unfunny Manny right there. That was Barbie Tings. Down.
The
down.
Barbie Tings.
It was, or is you a stupid hoe? You were stupid. It was very that. Very, she was in the back of the video, but like in the back.
Oh, starships, bitch.
Back. You could tell that Candy was going to make it to the end. Her looks be suspect, but she's good for TV. Baby.
I said that 47 weeks
they didn't
ago.
hide that at all.
Listen, that's definitely that's the moment. That's the thing. It's really that. I hate to be that girl, but she was good TV. They're gonna put her in there. They're gonna push her forward. Olivia, and I love you, sister. I still, you know what? Hold on, Got Mick. Let's get there before I go drag this bitch.
Girl.
Got Mick, you had me at that Cardi B almost looking dress with the watches situation here. But it was the reference to Hercules that, of course, always really dings it for me. But the flashing moment with the watches. It was felt multifaceted. I love that part of the look. I thought the wig was good. Makeup is right. Got Mick, I'll tell you this too. Outside of that 3D Dorito look, your runways have been pretty consistent for me too. I was here for this.
3D Dorito?
The silver look. When she just had all them. You remember the ball challenge and she came out there in them bags, bitch, or the bag ball. And she came out in them 3 little fanny packs and was like, fashion.
Did she win that week?
Yes, over the sleeping bag. Right,
Jamar, as you reflect upon it, it's like, damn, bitch, that did happen.
That happened.
But that Runway was severe to me. I loved it. Like, it was amazing.
I'm here for it.
It was all right. It was just all right.
And it's also the fact that she walked out in that trench moment, and that could have just been it, like, severe, but she's like, nope.
There's no way. There's no way that jacket was that big with nothing underneath.
Okay. All that good stuff. Hey, y'all, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all the comments. Whether you agree or disagree, we're happy to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. A view is a view. Click. Nadine Thomas, I see you. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Liam, what you got to say, honey bunny? Candy's Runway gave me Freddy Krueger's slam piece tease. Dooley, thanks for getting me together on Twitter the other day with my astrology foolishness. Oh, Dooley the astrologer. Stars in the sky. Judging.
Starlight, star, break,
No, she didn't just give us that.
Dun, dun, dun.
Not that god awful. And it had a nerve to have a sequel.
I like the sequel.
Wait, what movie is this?
Life
Size.
Life Size. That's it. With Tyler Banks.
Yeah, I love how Julie gave a video game Half-Life. Right?
Half-Life, right?
I was like,
Life Size.
I mean, we're not talking about her forehead. There ain't nothing half about that. Okay, listen. Her and Rihanna could just like create a whole world together if they just slam their heads together. It'd just be a new civilization.
So,
okay.
Staying on topic.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only people that choose violence more than C. Diggy 1 is World of Wonder. And this is what I think is going to happen. So we next episode, Whoomp to Whoomp to Whoomp, Candy go home. Great. Final 3, I think they're either going to crown Mick or they're going to crown Rosé so that Simone has to see Gigi at All Stars, and that's going to be the big drama.
That's a good.
Like a lot of
They're setting up for a Gigi, like a Gigi. It'll be like a Gigi, Olivia, and Simone all on the same All Stars, and that's supposed to be the big drama for the season. I think that's what they're doing.
Because they said that she may fall under the 4 challenge win curse.
Okay, Blakeisha just arrived.
I can see it. I can see it.
They're going to pick the most chaotic option, bitch. Like,
It feels that way. It feels like I'm being walked down that road, and the door is right there with a display window. Look, before we walk in, this is exactly what you're about to get into. We could go this way, but this is what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and bring this blue-walled bastard up in here. First of all, she's late because she was getting a coin to pay her mortgage and her Peloton machine that she's got on layaway. Yeah, I know, bitch. Yeah,
layaway, bitch.
Come on, 10,000. I looked them up. That goddamn thing is expensive. Okay, listen. I was like, well, I don't. Blakeisha, nice to meet you. Welcome back to the group. Family time. Boop.
Hey, fam. How are you?
Hello, Judy.
Hello. Hey, that Peloton is on layaway, bitch. She's in monthly installments.
You got the installment plan, girl.
Do you know? Did you get the one with the big screen or the small one?
Big screen, bitch. It's in monthly.
Oh, no, girl, you talking about a car? Like for real? That thing's like $10, bitch.
People not paying for that, like monthly.
You better be able to sell that bike later for a good old grip. I'm talking about like, anywho, I gotta go get my rag, y'all. Y'all start the whole point of the judges panel and what their decisions was while I go get this whole thing from my computer.
Oh Lord.
So bottom two is Olivia and Candy Muse, y'all.
Well, do you think that Rose won?
Well, Olivia's critiques wasn't fair to me because they said that she's like one note in her acting, and I'm like, well, okay, she does the like, oh, I'm going to be so nice, but Simone, she does the same thing too. She does the same thing every time.
Simone was entertaining. Simone was laughing. I can't really laugh and get with Olivia's stint.
I don't disagree, Diggy, but did you really want to continue to see Olivia here? Love her to bit.
But the thing is, Olivia deserves to be here just as much as Candy. Like, Candy ain't had that much growth. Candy ain't had that much growth. And with her double with her acting, that's all she does in her acting.
You're not wrong.
Listen, in the normal stint of Drag Race, I really expected them to, get rid of Candy at this point because this is her, third time in the bottom, and she only had one win, where this is Olivia's first time in the bottom, and she has two.
The real tea is he is holding Denali's actual spot. Denali should be in Candy's spot right now.
Ooh, the whole gag. The whole. Chris said, "Dabba dabba doop, y'all." I am done. You gave a Fred Flintstone reference. Did you just call her back in the stuff? Yeah, but that I'm done. I'm done with
that's how she be acting.
That shit was funny. No,
ain't nobody on there has acting range except Rose. Because Gottmik has her like, I'm Gottmik. I'm so stupid.
You know what? That would be something. That is something. I agree with that, Chris. I think Denali should be in Candy's spot. Dead ass. I agree with that. Yep. That makes sense. I'm thinking about it. Like if I looked at this team right now, let's say it was Olivia, Denali, Simone, Rose, and Gottmik.
Mm-hmm.
That is something.
It makes more sense in terms of storytelling, but I feel like the producers ruined the fucking story protecting Candy the whole season. Like they could have developed some of the other like interactions with the girl.
Yeah,
Denali could have been the one like the underdog, but she's in the finals. Like she got a shot. Like.
Yeah, they played Denali a little bit. They actually played her now that I think about it, because Denali's storyline was, like she always was this dancer. There was really no fleshed out moments from her. Yeah. They were glimpses, but it wasn't like they gave her time to really develop. So now that I'm thinking about it, yeah. And I think that Candy's good TV. Absolutely, gotta have somebody loud and crazy on there. That works. But
I don't know that I would give her the title of goods TV. Like she's
how about counterbalance? How about a counterbalance for the other people that are on the cast who are not as aggressive or as loud? Does that make sense?
Because we were talking about that on the side.
So this is my thing: is I feel like Candy feels appropriate as a counterbalance because you have so many other girls who are really there to compete, like and who have a valid chance at taking home the crown, right? Like Rose's got a valid shot, Simone's got a very valid shot. I think Gottmik has a very valid shot. Candy has no real shot, and she had no way forward from the beginning.
Just like Silky.
Just like Silky. You had no way to the crown from EP1. Like it's never gonna happen. So I feel like she's there just to be like, oh well, everyone else is literally a competitor and it's quiet in their competition. She's just like, I just need to stir the pot.
To be fair, just to seem like we're not all on Candy, the producers definitely guided Gottmik to the top 4 too.
Oh yeah,
because they know
it wasn't as blatant. It just wasn't as blatant.
There were at least 2 episodes where Gottmik should have either been in the bottom or lip synced.
Because they know she can't. At least she can't.
Anytime that they want to put her in the bottom, whoever she was up against was going to send her home, and they knew that.
I really am waiting for Gottmik to be like, oh, so you host think I can't lip sync, and then to get into the final and turn it.
Well, that would be rumors that we started because we saw that first episode. Okay, yeah. Yeah, stiff.
I thought Utica would have won that if it was.
I thought the clown was gonna win too, because she was doing the hokey pokey and turning it all around, and Miss Thing was over here slam, boom, wow. Like, no, I can't. I can't. It's interesting that the way the season went does feel like we could have pulled it apart and said, yeah, this is how that was going to go, or this route would be taken this way. But if certain people, let's say Elliot was still in the competition, let's say Tamisha was still in the competition, let's say put Komora in there just for shits and giggles, and then remove some of our players, like, would this still be interesting? And I'm like, hell yeah, especially Komora's runways alone would have been the gag every week.
I look forward to them every week.
Every week her runway would have been like, die. I'm thinking about Elliot. Elliot was not to be fully mean to Elliot. There were some moments of where Elliot could balance off of other people's, because Elliot's, what's the word I'm looking for here? The personality was a little bit off from the other queens. So that was a difference there, like how Utica was a little bit off from the other ones. The difference is Elliot's runways didn't always eat. So it wasn't like we were like looking for runway participation. We were looking for, what drama is she in today? Or what is Candy going to say to her that's going to make her upset now? If Tamisha was still there, what would we have gotten? What would be the rest of the show like? Would she have been mothered the whole way through? Would we have found out more information to her and the Amon family? Tune in next week for Dragon Ball Z. Like, where would we been at with that?
Right. I think I did this maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, but like, Rue and World of Wonder have to understand that like the viewers are much smarter than they were 8 to 10 seasons ago. Like, you can't just put raggedy shit in front of us and just be like, well, that's what y'all gonna get, because people are gonna ask questions, like, we want to know, we want to see the reason why these girls are continuing to be on the episode, and people get upset when we don't see, the placements matching up the ability or the storylines. And I feel like we're losing actual good programming or actual good moments because they're trying to force out. World of Wonder thinks drama, like, they think of like yelling or arguing, and like, that's not the only type of drama that you can have on a television program, right? So maybe invest in some of these other storytelling elements to flesh out a season. Like, what are y'all favorite seasons of Drag Race? And think about like why. Right. And I feel like we're not really getting any of that for our current season.
I do have a quick question on Kimora. Does she still on her Instagram have the Bella Lugosi wig line, or has her wig lines gotten better?
The wig lines have gotten better to me.
Okay, I can go watch it now.
Now, back to what Julie was saying, like, we say that as the fans, but then like when I hear like a lot of the queens, like I think I've heard like Alaska and Willem talk about this on their podcast, they say, well, they still have to make a TV show, this for entertainment. They know that if we do these, robbed eliminations, it's going to bring more press and people are going to talk about the show more. So that's a lot of reason why they do it. But it's just like you said before, in the past seasons, they would do it, but it would feel less forced, and we could kind of get away with it. But now it's just like a blatant and just unfun.
At this point, I want a live Drag Race. At this point,
because so you can see everything,
right?
Like, if you think about like season 8, Derek,
you may be getting your wish soon. You may be getting your wish very soon. So
really?
That's trash, mama.
If they do that's
you might,
not. No,
you might.
They can't do that, because that would all.
You say they can't.
If they do it, it will really just pull the plug on Drag Race. Like, a lot of the isms and a lot of things that we like about Drag Race
it's going to be about fan favorite.
Edited.
Yeah, it'll be fan favorite, and girls who come in with already a backing are going to be immediately too close to the sun.
If you black, if you fat, if you dark skinned, you ain't getting vote. You getting set.
If you're Asian, if you're anything like that,
But if you're Gigi, you will make it to the top.
Can't speak English. Like,
yeah, race.
How did you say that? Drink? Send her home. Like, like.
I don't know. Like, I mean, why don't y'all look at like past miscongenialities? Like,
let's all go back to the iconic American Idol moment where they had
American Idol,
and it's the same niggas are voting for the same audience.
I don't think it's the same audience.
Voting.
I don't think it's the same audience.
I feel like Miss Congeniality changed after Valentina won, and then I was like, this is something I'm no longer invested in, because it was literally congenial girls up until that point, and I feel like that was the time when we saw the fans really put their hand in the pot and said, like, no, bitch, this is the girl I like the most.
Well, Heidi, I I think she deserved that.
But remember, the girls are not.
I'm not saying she didn't deserve it. I'm saying after Valentina won was when I became disinterested in Miss Congeniality because I was like, this is clearly a fan favorite vote. Whereas before, it felt like when Latrice won, it was like, oh, this is she. If you rewatch season 4, she is the most congenial person in that season. Like,
this is an interesting point Minty just wrote here. Based on the opinion shown in the reviews I watched, the heartfelt moments are brushed over or forgotten, but in the edit, they take up so much of the runtime that there's no time for the competition. This is tea. To be real with you, yeah, I really don't. Minty, I have to remind myself to mention those moments. While it's a nice moment, it's not why I came to the show. You know what I mean? I didn't come there to cry with you, girl. I came there to see you be fierce. And it is nice to see you cry. Not nice to see you cry, but nice to see some emotional development show or see a character or a person be a person. But at the same time, yeah, it is something that they need to chill out on, in my opinion. I don't need 15 minutes of this. I don't need that. I need maybe 2 minutes of a ooh. Okay.
It's always so abrupt. We be like, yeah, girl, kiki. Oh, your mama died.
They were laughing 2 minutes ago, and then all of a sudden, oh my God.
Right. I mean, I
was bullied in the locker room and they beat me up. Wait.
No, it starts out, girl, what kind of makeup are you using? Well, my boyfriend didn't love me one day and slapped me across the face.
Boom, your boyfriend now on screen.
And that's
how they show you a scene from a Tyler Perry movie, and then you be like,
how did he get here?
So, Matty, did you not like the emotional moments in the other Untucked, like back in season 5 or 6?
That felt different.
It was a different time. Yeah, that was a different time.
Yeah, she was very attacked.
Yeah. That was epic. That was epic. Untucked with the Interior Illusions Lounge, that was the best that Untucked will ever be, in my opinion. Season 7, once it got to season 7 with that backstage bullshit and went to YouTube, never been the same since then.
What about the sob stories on the runway? Because that would make me feel really uncomfortable. Like when they're in the bottom and then the sob story comes out, like I've been left at a bus stop. Or
after the lip sync, mind you, right when they're finished lip syncing, all of a sudden it's, by the way, and it's nothing against Roxy here, because do what you got to do, but also you may have been feeling emotional, but it did seem like, was this a guarantee not to send her home? I
don't think it was though. I think that moment, so we're talking about Roxy specifically. I think that was real big. She felt like that her shit was on the line, and I'm sure she was it was like a purge.
Right, that was the last minute, and if she went home, bitch, you're gonna know my story.
That's remarkably different than Candy being like, "Oh, I can't breathe. I need some oxygen. Oh my God!"
Cynthia comes back there and she gets right up, girl. I was like, "What is happening?"
And even with Blair St. Clair, someone else said that in the comments too. But when she said that, I was really uncomfortable because I was like, where did that come from? That's horrible that happened to you. But I was just like, what made you say that in this moment?
But that's the thing too, Jamal. We don't know when that conversation took place. So let's go back to season 7. They made Max look like a complete idiot when they had asked for her. They asked for her to sing and then recorded her singing and then made her edited to make her look stupid. We don't really know how all that took place.
Seems like none of the lip syncs matter this season. They're going to put through who they want. Also, where are the reveals this season?
I'm actually
okay with doing them.
Yeah. That part.
You said Tina Burner's been doing them?
No, Rosé's been doing them.
Rosé's done like 3 or 4 reveals on the runway already.
Yeah, Tina wasn't revealing nothing. She was just opening up a bag of shit. It was like, here's the plastic and here's the paper and here's the shit. Like that was what that was. It was on fire in front of someone's house. Step it on.
I do feel like reveals have gotten to be a little bit too much. Like if you're not going to really like,
well, get ready for me to go on the show because I'm gonna be revealing, motherfucker. Okay.
When you reveal, make me gag, right? Like I wanna you threw the afro off and there's a whole like new moment underneath. Like I wanna.
Yeah. Yeah, my whole thing would be if I'm going to do a reveal, it has to look like one thing to another. It can't just be like a strip away and then, oh, it's a shorter dress. Like, no, I would want to go from looking like a flowering, like a watering can, and then all of a sudden remove and I'm a giant flower that just came out or some stupid shit like that. Just give me extra and give me more camp a little bit with the reveals. Just a
I
little.
agree with this opinion though. Like UK, like that reminded me of Drag Race seasons 4 through 6. Like I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
The girls had to play. And while we thought it was going to be, even though Lawrence won, the game seemed to shake up in the middle of it. And it seemed like, oh, this might just go to Bimini. And then, a horror was coming up. And then all of a sudden, this happened. And it was like, okay, this could be anyone's game. And that's why, yeah, UK was enjoyable. I agree with that one. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. I want a reunion, though, for UK. I think we deserve those moments for them. But then again, this pandemic has really just fucked shit up. As far as planning is concerned with these shows. Yet Housewives of Atlanta, which we'll get to a little bit later on in Hot Topics, they're still filming in front of each other. So I don't know if they need a smaller cast or if they can just put people in like spaces and places. I don't know. It would be nice to see people in front of each other versus on the screen with a little bit of a lag. You know what I mean? But judging's done. We talked a little bit on Untucked. Really nothing happened there except for Olivia. How do you feel? And she actually told them what she felt. And it was like, bitch, you could have said this all on stage. Rose wins. Do we agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Blake, girl.
Yeah.
And that was the only choice in my opinion. I was like, you're gonna have to just give it to her because I don't know what else everybody else was doing.
Right.
This bitch was camera. And I was like, I appreciate it. Now, honestly, based on the runway, it was Olivia and Candy in the bottom two. The song is Cher, Strong Enough, the disco song we were referring to earlier. The question remains, who won that lip sync?
Olivia. The cameras was trying to be on Candy, but Candy wasn't really doing anything. And then she threw the glitter. I'm like, someone said, oh, that's how she won. I'm like,
girl,
it didn't do anything for me.
Listen, I'll be real with you, Candy. You know it, and I know it. You were out of breath, sister. And it was probably from the fact that you were already exhausted and tired from the spectacle of what was happening on Untucked. And I know that you were hot boots as well. So I could see. I'm not blinded by some fan bullshit here. Let me be real with y'all on this, because I was like listening to some people going, "It was Candy," and I'm like, I hear you, and I feel the love you have for Candy, and keep that. But let's talk facts. No. Olivia was clean, smooth, and pressed and polished. Candy was doing desperation stuff, and it looked that way to me. The glitter had no place in the whole story arc of the performance. The spin was sloppy. Get out of here. I like precious. I like pristine, and I like polished. And I didn't see that from Candy in this performance. Now, was Candy entertaining? Yeah. She's entertaining to some people, but not to me. And no, she didn't know all the words either. I didn't.
You know what I think?
That mouth was wobbling and wobbling.
You know what I think happened? I think that this was their way, because outside of Nina Flowers, this was their way of cementing Olivia as Miss Congeniality, because they never let Miss Congenialities enter the top 4. So, because otherwise, just the lip sync wise, track record wise, there was no reason to send Olivia home over Candy. They just had to submit her for the Miss Congeniality, so they could be like, okay, well, she got the top 5. We loved her. She was great. She looked amazing. Now we can just, push Candy to the top 4 so that we can give her Miss Congeniality.
That applies especially since the last time I can think of someone in top 4 that won Miss Congeniality would be Latrice Royale, but that wasn't a top 4. That was just a 4 episode. Then they went to a top 3 because they didn't do that back in the Gap.
Yeah, when the top 4 was still to get to the top 4 wasn't the finale.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is now.
What if Tamisha ends up being Miss Congeniality and not Olivia?
You think?
No, I'm just saying if they let the fans vote.
If the fans vote, maybe.
Yeah.
The girls vote.
The queens vote. They'll probably say Olivia, but they may also say, well, she was a diva, really, y'all. So I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Who knows too?
So give it to Utica, surprise twist.
You can't give it to somebody.
That would be the good twist, though.
But that just
they wouldn't give it to Utica. They wouldn't give it to Utica. They were all mad at her by the time she was left. Honey, you used to make fun of us while we were eating. Sis, the divas are looking lovely. Dooley showing some skin. Chris looking golden. Jamar always stuns with the pretty eyes. Blake looking like the next Supreme. And Matty always looks like a tasty snack cake. No. Happy Sunday, loves. Thank you, Bobby. Thanks for tuning in, honey.
Can I say something about the lip sync one more time? With Candy, I think she would be good lip syncing like Banji songs, but I think she needs to work on emoting other songs because it just seems like she does the same thing with every single song. So I'm not wondering how is she winning these lip syncs?
Mm-hmm.
Chris, she needs to focus on emoting. Period. She only knows how to give hoe, sex, and aggression, and that's all that we've kind of seen from her personality and what she embodies. Aside from that one time she cried, but like you're right. Like when it comes to a lip sync, like there's other emotions or other things that you can like evoke and or invoke from other people, and I felt like she lip syncs like a whole nigga. It's always this.
Jamela's speaking. Jamela's preaching.
You not doing that, bitch. This is
an understanding of the music, and Candy doesn't have an understanding of the music.
Ain't never lied.
She's like, this is universal. I can give this. It's just gonna be that every single time.
Like perfect example. Like you know what Simone did with Pleasure Prince. Why I can't talk today? Pleasure Principle.
Janet Jackson.
Pleasure Principle. And what would Candy do with that song? Could y'all imagine Candy doing that song?
Pleasure Principle.
Angry.
Smash.
Like
Pleasure Principle. Like what? Who you fighting, sis? Wait.
I just cannot imagine what she would do with that song.
Imagine what she would do with Natural Woman.
The best example of emoting on.
We saw what happened when Natural Woman is misconstrued. We saw what happened.
The best example of the current best emoter for me would be Taste. Because Taste knows how to really embody a song and fuck it all the way up. And it's
been be a Narnia lip syncing. I'd be like, girl.
And you see how her head goes to different cameras, to the crowd, back and forth. She is aware of her audience. I miss Taste on my TV screen, to be real with you, but Mom is modeling the house down.
Yeah.
Every day, it's a new shoot. I'm like, she's working.
She is booked.
We love to see it. But on a real note, that's the thing. Dooley hit the nail on the head here. I think I agree everything, Dooley, what you said. It was like pretty much. She lip syncs aggressively or not softly to some songs that need a softer pitch for what it is worth. And that's nothing wrong with her as a person. This is a grown-ass man in drag, okay? But I'm saying that she's more suited for Kimmy, Foxy Brown, like 90s hip-hop, rap girls, all that type of tease, a little bit of Nicki's, a little Bees in the Trap. Like it requires more points. It requires a lot of this, a little dipping and dopping, and doesn't require that moment of serenity. I don't see it from her.
For her first lip sync, she was softer. It makes me wonder, like, and I feel like this is sort of, for me, true across all lip syncs. When you're not lip syncing for your life and lip syncing for something else, like because you won, it's just a different type of lip sync. So because Candy hasn't been in that position lately, they all feel desperate. Like even some of Simone's lip syncs, like, kind of feel repetitive when she's not lip syncing for a win.
But to that point, this is a song that everyone knows, Carly Rae Jepsen. It's stupid popular. Like everyone knows the words to the song. So she had no choice to be soft. She was also next to Joey J.
She was.
There was no choice but to be soft in that performance. This bitch over here is molting cheap feathers, and she turned on a fucking jean jacket boombox. The hell? She had no choice. And she wasn't in an outfit she could boom cat like that in. So she had no choice. Because that shit would have been falling out, them pepperonis would have been everywhere, and that wig would have been off, and we would have had no choice but to laugh at her. But she didn't do that. She knew what was up. Remember, she was holding her shit up when she was dancing.
As we're saying this, like, just the audacity of her, like, calling Olivia's name and saying, you know, she's not ready or growth. When I heard that, like, I just wanted to rip my flat screen off the wall.
No,
how dare you?
I wanted Olivia to stand up and be like, first of all, bitch, and just pop. Because she really could have read Candy, be like, girl, you've been in the bottom this many times. Like, but she kind of like cowered, and I was like, no, girl. Like
that angered me to the next level.
Girl, right now.
And I felt she signed her check. Yeah, she signed that check. Smart. There it is. She signed her congeniality check right there. Because if she won that top 4 spot, I would have dragged, girl. I've been. So you say that I'm weak, and so you say that I'm soft. Okay, and I would have gone in.
You have one. I've been in the bottom. You've been in the bottom twice.
Your outfits have been inconsistent.
To be clear, Candy has been in the bottom most of the season.
Most of the season.
Well, when she's been in the top,
the bottom, you've been low.
No, when she's been in the top, she's been in the bottom of the top. So Candy's track record is at the bottom.
But remember, Candy was in the top in her brain several of those episodes. Remember? Don't play that, because she was I know I'm good. I was like, I was so close to winning. What?
I want to see all her runways back to back to back.
I just want to say, I'm actually for real kind of worried about Candy going back into the real world, because right now the show got her pumped up, got her feeling her oats, feeling her pussy. Some of that rightfully so, but like you now have this image, you now have this brand backing you. She's gonna have to step her pussy up, otherwise people are gonna be real disappointed when they go to a Candy Muse show.
Absolutely.
I think she'll be fine in New York, though.
Yeah, I think she also has a base of fans right now that are going to live for anything and everything that she does, regardless if it's a fool or not. So I think she'll be just fine, honestly.
Oh, yeah, she'll be.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
She gonna cast it.
I've been to a Candy Muse show, and let's just say that there's a lot more that needs to be fixed.
I'm sure of it. I know from your stellar point of view and your critical thinking that that's what the case may be. But if we're talking about other people who sometimes like to wipe front to back, and or maybe with a dry towel that is a little sharp in one ply, and that's okay for them, but that's not who we talking about. We talk about people who actually care about their rest.
One ply is basically your hand.
I have to remind myself that I love drag and not just drag pants.
Just use your hands.
I'm just saying, like, some people enjoy nicer things. I don't know. I'm not trying to shade stuff.
That's that mall.
But
That's that mall toilet paper that you gotta.
Bitch, that's the doctor's office toilet paper. That's the doctor's office while you talking about it. Shit. Worried about your patients, my ass, literally. All right, let me stop doing this here.
Jesus.
Top 4, Candy Muse, Got Mick, Rosé, and Simone. I think we've already expressed our feelings and opinions on this top 4 and where we think it's going to go. To me, I feel like this is going to be between Rosé and Simone. And in my opinion, just based on how I think this is going and the way this is running, as much as I would love for Simone to win, I think they're going to give it to Rosé. That is just where I stand on that.
Agreed.
It'll be Rosé or Mick, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick with my guns and say Simone.
I want her to, but like you said, it would be interesting and great TV to have Gigi and Simone on the same All-Stars.
Wouldn't it be?
Mark my word.
But at the same time, one of them would have to lose.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to read this. I'm sorry.
I'm still hot about that pistachio Jello pulling alien nightmare candy put on the runway.
Pistachio
Jello
pudding with that mask of Zora mouth.
Remember
she showed up the first episode with an unfinished costume and a hole in the back.
Oh, girl, I forgot about that.
The red outfit, because it was supposed to be a tail, and she didn't put a panel on it.
And Michelle was like, "Is that where a tail was supposed to go?"
Yes.
And then at the bar, got mixed wig for one of her.
I had the nerve.
Sexy, looking like a fucking cheap whore.
Candy's gonna get that Ellie Diamond treatment soon.
Candy's gonna get the sister treatment. It's not even gonna be the Ellie Diamond treatment, girl.
Ooh.
Well, what treatment was that? She made it too far. Ooh.
Well, so did she. But let's support Candy when she's back onto the real world when pandemic is over.
When Panini is back on the radio charts.
I can't speak to
Listen.
I'm just judging what I'm seeing on the show.
That part. Because Lord knows when I see these babies in person, I am the one in front with my dollars tipping these babies no matter what. Because a bitch got to pay a bill, and this is what the job is entailing of them. So again, as much as I'm not a fan of this showcase of Candy, I bet you money if I saw her person in live, maybe not like Dooley, but I'd probably be entertained to some sort of extent. Normally that is the case for me. I mean, that happened with me and Raj O'Hara, and she painted my face later. Jamar. The whole season.
We did not care for her.
Dragged her. But then after that, I saw Raja differently outside the show, and I was like, oh. And, maybe there'll be another chance for her to show what she can really do. We'll see. I don't know. Things will happen. Maybe. Possibly.
Season
Paramount Plus. I don't know. Whatever. Who got Paramount Plus? Everybody? No one. Okay, cool. No, I'm just kidding. I got Paramount Plus.
Well, we
should look at your
somebody
show.
tell me their password, please.
I got you on Instagram. Like I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
I'm trying to put my Disney Plus one. I got like 2 spots open.
Come to Friday Night Fuckery. You can just watch for free.
Chrissy was in Friday Night Fuckery for 2 seconds.
No, let me explain. So Thursday I had the second vaccine. Friday I had all the symptoms, all the side effects.
Yeah.
So I was laying in bed listening to y'all. I couldn't do anything. I was just bedridden. I was like, okay, let me just listen to them talk for a minute.
Child, I missed Jeopardy, but I know Dooley was like, baby, let's do this Jackbox real quick here, girl.
We skipped Jeopardy this week.
Yeah.
Did we do Jeopardy?
Yeah. No. The show is on air. It is still going. We have a few more episodes left. RuPaul's Drag Race season 13. It's the best description for it. They honestly need to put it in all the cable packages. It's still going.
I'll be right back. I need to close my window. The girls are driving past and being real loud.
Ooh.
Pardon me.
Okay. We're about to head into hot topics now. And I want to give some shout outs too, because we have some donations. Miriam. Hi, Maddie. I'm a huge fan of the Sunday panel. Please send my love to all of them. I hope you reach your cargo soon. Lots of love from Finland, Miriam. Thank you, Miriam. Albert, I see you. Denora, thank you, baby, for your sweet ride, Poppy. Thank you, love. Takara, thank you, baby. I see you on my Cash App. I'm about to give me a card this week. Keep it. I'm so excited. Okay.
Toot.
Wait, when does Legendary premiere? I keep hearing people talk about it.
Summertime.
Okay. Was there a date?
I think I'm not sure, but a friend of mine told me some tea that I'm not going to say here, but I know they're filming. So that's as much as I'll do.
Speaking of dates, we got a date for season 5 of Rick and Morty, and I am very excited.
June. I'm so mad we have to wait that long, though. Like, oh, God, why are y'all doing this to me? Like, give it to me now. I love Rick and Morty so much.
Yes. And if anyone is watching Invincible right now, I saw the first episode last night. I am shooketh.
Do you like it?
Did you see it?
It got bad reviews, so I haven't seen it yet.
Watch the first episode. At first, I was like, okay, are we going to get to the point? Mm-hmm. And then I was shook. And me saying that, you need to watch the first episode.
Okay, Tam.
What is it on?
It's on Amazon Prime. It's basically like superhero show, but think of The Boys when you're watching it, but I was shook.
Okay.
Let me know your thoughts when you see it, because it came out of nowhere.
I'm gonna figure that one out because I don't like The Boys, so I'm gonna try to get into that. It's too much of that for me.
About The Boys, I might check it out one day.
My roommate tried to get me to sit and watch it with him, and I got through it, and I was like, "Yeah, I still don't care for this." But then I don't like the whole hero as a villain bit. That's not my thing. I'm like, stick to your roles. I don't appreciate it. But then again, I like some of the storyline and the storytelling in The Boys, where I was like, "Oh, that was kind of cool."
It's The Boys meets Young Justice.
Young Justice sold me. Okay, that sold me.
That's what it is. Basically, it's more so like Young Justice meets The Boys.
Okay. Lead me with Young. Justice. Okay. Pose premiere is coming out in May. Of course, I'll be doing my reaction videos to that, and that will be a wonderful panel discussion because I haven't got a chance to talk about that with a group of people. But once that pops up, girl, get ready because we gonna be going in on Pose in the 6 episodes that we're just getting. It's not that many. Oh my God. Yeah, it's not 8. It's gonna be probably 6.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, but I did know from Jiggly that for some of the scenes they did have to shoot it with green screen work, so it would look like a huge crowd versus it being like, girl, we can only have 10 people in the room at the time. Like, like this is one of them balls that only exists in someone's house because there are balls that literally are in people's apartments. Like, if you've been to one, I see you because that used to be me back in the day going to somebody's apartment. We about to walk. Like, what? Anywho, let's talk about a particular movie that came out that people were telling me I should be Team Godzilla. and I'm always going to be forever Team King Kong. And that's Godzilla versus King Kong. It was released on HBO Max. It actually got really good reviews, which, you know, I was very happy for because I enjoyed the picture. But some people felt this shit was kind of fucking stupid. So what did y'all think of this movie on HBO Max with a lizard and a monkey fighting?
Moot.
I thought it was kind of fucking stupid.
Okay.
I couldn't follow anything that was going on. I'm like, okay, so they're fighting. Next thing I see, King Kong is in Antarctica. Oh, there's a mechanized Godzilla now. They're fighting. People are flying and shit is blowing up. I'm like, girl, what's going on?
I didn't know what time period we were in. I was aware, like, what is happening?
I swear I tried. I gave it 10 minutes. I was just like, I can't do this. So I put it off for 10 minutes.
You ain't even get through the intro?
No, I mean, I watched it until Godzilla started like blowing stuff up. Like that guy from Atlanta was doing some terrible acting, which I was
terrible.
He's a good actor.
Frantic the whole time.
He was so annoying the entire
who is he? Do we even know his name?
So Brian Tyree.
Well, I mean, like in the movie, did he ever say his name?
It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
Oh, they did.
It didn't matter. So here's the thing for me, because I'll be the person to, I guess, speak positively of this movie. I am going to be Team King Kong because low-key, they actually set King Kong up in the movie. He was chained up for the first fight that happened. That was bullshit and was damn near drowned. And then so after almost being drowned, now he's supposed to fight at full capacity. Y'all can miss me with that shit. King Kong won the second round, beat the shit out of Godzilla. Godzilla woke up and basically put his foot on him and said, nah, And it was like, really? We about to do this today? Then Mecha Godzilla pops up towards the end of the movie because humans are the real enemies.
Where did he come from? I missed that.
So what happened was
Godzillas?
So check this out. From the last Godzilla movie where it was the monsters one where Mothra was involved, that was actually a really great movie, by the way. That was like a good Godzilla movie. One of the three-headed monsters, I think it was Hydra or whatever it was called, one of the heads was used in order to do this interlink thing with the robot or whatever. And so the power that came from the center Earth, because Chris, had you watched it, they went into the actual original world that all those monsters came from, that's at the center of the Earth, which made no damn sense. It really didn't. They got these machines, girl. They went to the center of the Earth, and boom, we're now in this whole new area, and now King Kong knows where he's going, and da. And you find out that
King Ghidorah is the monster that they were using the head of, and it's 5 years after those events.
There you go. And so you find out that King Kong and whatever race of giant monkeys was the rulers of this nation or whatever, but Godzilla and those monsters had something to do with the full spectrum of it. Like the power that came from there was from Godzilla, but King Kong ruled it, which is why I say King Kong still win because he's the king. Like, But no, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm like, y'all retweeting me talking about Team Godzilla. Girl, let me enjoy my King Kong. Just let me enjoy my motherfucking. I don't care. Let me enjoy this man. That's my favorite. He picked up Skull Island was the T. Please don't. I'm sorry. I like King Kong. That was the T. So
okay, but like King Kong hasn't resonated for me since the Naomi Watts movie.
I never
what?
The movie with Naomi Watts, like the one that was like.
Oh, that was terrible. That one was terrible.
Really?
Jack Black, that was way too long to get to. They spent way too much time doing the character development for Naomi. I can't act half the time. Watts. Yes, I said it. Half the time, Chris. Half the time.
I was like,
Mama picked shitty scripts for like just for shits and giggles.
Like, can't take a sip, y'all.
Because I think she was in The Impossible. I think she did really good.
She had no choice to be great in that movie. That was a whole disaster. What kids? She was Halle Berry. She did what Halle Berry can't do, which is, find her children.
Somebody knew that. Somebody knew her.
Her best friend.
I run this. I'm just saying you can't be me, bitch. I asked for you.
Okay, Barbara.
Click.
In the words of Nene Leakes, get your team to help you out. And Nicole needs to be helping Naomi choose that script.
Get your team. Oh, you played for the wrong team, Phaedra. You played for the wrong team. No, Sheree. You played for the wrong team.
Wow.
I like Nicole Kidman more than I like Naomi Watts, but that's another story because Big Little Lies was it for me. Like that was it. The Meryl Streep season, I don't care what nobody say. When Meryl Streep got there, Whoa, that was a good show. Too bad it was just 2 seasons. Anywho, y'all check your brain at the door if you watch the movie. Yes, a lot of stuff didn't make any sense. They ended up going warp speed inside of a container that took them to Hong Kong, and nobody like flew in the air and died from being thrown across from that. That didn't make any sense to me either. There were a couple of moments.
Ship, man. They built the ship to get through the gravitational pull of the.
But they weren't strapped in. Eggs were strapped in. They were just sitting there like this, and I'm like, no one was standing. Where is the seatbelt? I didn't make any sense to that part. I was like, they should have been dead and thrown around, and just been putty after that. But
and how has this little girl who's hard of hearing survived this long? Like, I mean, I get that she's there, but like,
I love her.
Huh?
I love sci-fi. Like, I love this kind of stuff, but like, they did a really poor job of like telling the story. It was like Michael Bay. It was explosions featuring explosions. Like, they didn't really give you the tea that you needed to fully understand the story.
I like explosions.
No one's name. I knew where no one came from, why they were important, why they were there, or any of that.
Did you see any of the other movies though? Like that led to that?
I did.
How about you, Jamar? Did you see the other Godzilla and the King Kong that were supposed to like integrate this?
Once.
See,
but see, for me, I typically don't care. Like, my mother loves movies like this, like anacondas, pythons, Godzilla, King Kong, like all that stuff. But with action movies, for me, they spend so much time and budget on like the cinematics and the action part, which looks amazing. But like for me, I get most of my enjoyment from like character development, story progression, and when stuff is just blowing up and people are jumping out of cars and things are on fire, that looks great, but.
Listen, I hear you. I hear you. My favorite movie is Jackie Brown, so Lord knows I love character development and you know, somebody low key.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's my. I can watch it. I can quote the whole thing. Like,
I have that on DVD.
It's same, and I got it on my Amazon Prime because I didn't want to like lose it. I have to watch it like at least once a week. But I just wanted the boom boom. I really was there for the boom boom. I was here for the city destruction. That's all I wanted to watch the movie for. But I thought it was decent. If y'all want to take your brain.
The actual combat scenes were the best part. That was the engaging part of the movie.
Yeah, because when King Kong was hopping on them buildings and popping Godzilla, I was like, yes! Like, you better wear him out, sis. But
however, I could have gone without the scene of, you know, King Kong drinking the brain juices of whatever the fuck that was.
I was not ready for that part. And they pulled it out.
It was a little.
He was eating his brain and then sucked it out. They gave the noises like. I was like, oh my god, like ew.
Somebody in the comments pointed it out. So they basically took like 2 or 3 other Godzilla stories and tried to smash them together to make it a coherent movie. So like, you're supposed to have Mothra in the fight. There it is. Like, Mothra is supposed to be there meddling and causing problems or whatever. Like,
Eurovision,
a different purpose.
I have no idea.
They fucked over Mothra in that last movie with Godzilla, the King of the Monsters one. They did Mothra dirty. I was really pissed off with that. Had to sacrifice herself to bring Godzilla back to life. Girl, boo! I was mad at that. I was like, come on now. Like, Mothra was also, that's my favorite of the monsters because it's a giant fucking moth for all we care, and it actually resembled life and like rebirth. So it had a little bit more going for it, I guess, than some sort of situation. But that was the movie. If y'all want to watch it, check your brain at the door, get some popcorn, and roll something.
Can I just say the only movie that I enjoyed that's similar to this genre is Cloverfield. Like,
that was everything.
I did enjoy that.
But that was everything.
I did.
Yeah, I love that.
That was a whole different style. That was like, what do they call it? Like one shot? Or
it's the
documentaries.
Yeah, the doc style.
Documentaries.
Found footage.
Actual dread.
Yeah.
Right.
Cloverfield Lane was the T too.
Cloverfield Lane was
a good one too.
They were trapped underneath the bunker.
Yeah, when John Goodman basically was like, you can't go outside, and he was actually like planning things around them, and then he ended up boiling the man in acid or some shit. And, oh my god! But when she got outside, there was actually aliens, and that was like, what?
Shit, I shouldn't be here.
Did you see the Cloverfield Paradox?
That was good.
Yeah, I did. I actually liked that one.
That one was actually pretty good because it gives you because every movie gives you a little bit of the story, So then the paradox tells you, oh girl, the scientists fucked up and they caused the problem, but now they got to fuck up again to solve the problem. Like, it was good. It was
Yeah,
great.
Now I hear there's like a direct sequel to the original Cloverfield coming out, which I'm like, it's too late. It's
It
too
is.
late.
Don't nobody care for it.
Don't say that. It may be good. Trust me. If they're doing another Quiet Place, it might be good.
Okay, that's Queen.
That's going to be amazing.
Because Quiet Place was
we had
the
wait
tea.
on that.
over a year.
Quiet Place was the tea, bitch. So
I saw it in theater and lived.
I was
That
up
was
there.
good. I
was doing
enjoyed it.
She was pregnant
Like,
and stepped on that nail on the. I said,
and
it
made
would have
it,
been over for me. It would have been over for me.
made to the bathtub and gave birth, child, while still holding all that in. Like,
Would have been over for me.
Did the sequel come out yet?
no, it's
It was
not out.
supposed to come out March of last year.
Mm-hmm.
They had to move it. So
They
I
also
remember the
moved back,
billboard when the pandemic hit.
They moved back Candyman. I was excited to see Jordan Peele's take on that.
Ooh, I'm waiting for that.
June 2020.
I
Yeah.
love horror movies, and like Candyman is one of those movies that's like the original still freaks me out today because of how it's made. So I wanted to see Jordan Peele's take on it, and they moved that shit. I was so mad.
Is it coming out for
Yeah.
Halloween this year? Like Halloween this year?
Jordan Peele told us that we have to see it in theater. So until Rona is done, he's not putting it out.
Yeah, he was like, "This is not." Y'all ain't.
Well, it's Houston's open up, Jordan. You can throw it on over here, bitch. Okay.
Houston closed.
No, it's open. I'll be going out actually after this. Yeah, it's dead ass
The
open.
Space Jam trailer.
I did see the Space Jam trailer. I'm excited.
Bitch,
Good.
die.
I'm excited.
Oh, bitch.
I was so
ma'am.
shocked.
It
Yes,
looked
ma'am.
very well done, and like the money was well spent. It's like, oh, okay. This
I
will
was
be.
scared. I'm like, you don't touch a classic like Space Jam.
Same.
That's the thing.
Mhm.
I feel like the first one was fine.
It was.
I like the
agree.
first one. That was like childhood for me. And when R. Kelly was still no, he wasn't decent.
He wasn't.
We just didn't know. We didn't know.
Also, what elevated that movie was the soundtrack. Like I said on
Yeah.
True. The soundtrack was the tea. So let's see what happens here. Hopefully we don't get a bunch of city girls on the track. That would be something.
Who's still alive that could give us a Space Jam 1 like soundtrack? But who's still here with us? Who could do that?
Missy.
People Bryson.
Well, they have to buy Missy stuff for that. So
People
that
Bryson.
together.
Celine Dion.
Deborah.
Deborah Cox.
they'll get Harry Styles to sing something like Watermelon or some crazy mess like that in that movie.
CeCe Winans.
So
Not CC1.
Space Jam's coming out soon. I'll be excited for that. Mortal Kombat will be out in like another 2 weeks, I think, because they had to move it back. Why they moved that back? I'm like, what the fuck?
The Combat Pack 3.
I want to talk about a documentary that came out on HBO Max here, the Tina documentary that recently came out. I just finished it today. I have thoroughly cried. I have thoroughly been informed now because I knew there was abuse, but she was describing some shit we didn't see where we got it from What's Love Got to Do with it. And it also shows that effect of a star or someone trying to find their own in the way that the world only wanted to put her with Ike and make it all about Ike the entire time. And that Tina had to recreate herself, but not just recreate herself, but like remove bits and pieces that were still holding her back. And it was in 5 parts. It was really great. The reason why I was sad was because my mom was a huge Tina Turner fan, and that's my introduction to Tina was through my mother. So I felt like if my mom had been alive to see this would have been the movie for her. And so I felt like my mom was watching it with me, and I cried a lot about that, especially because of some similarities they had in their lives. But Tina's like, if you're gonna ask me who my favorites, my divas are in this world, Tina Turner is like number 1 to me. And then it goes Sade, and then it goes to Beyonce, and then it drops and drops and drops. But Tina Turner is my number 1. So this movie or this documentary really shed light on someone who really had to fight to live and fight for success. Mm-hmm. The struggles of being in one place and not knowing where anything's going to happen, but just having faith it's going to work out and just keeping it going and going. Like, I felt so inspired after it. What did y'all feel after watching this documentary?
It took me through all the emotions. All of them. I laughed, I cried, I was done. I don't know that I need to watch it again though, because I think I
still have to catch it tonight. My mom and I are gonna watch it tonight.
Oh, tell your mom. Yeah, I know your mom gonna like it. Like, trust.
I literally just finished it before this live. It was a lesson in music history. her career is phenomenal. What she did with her career is unprecedented.
Yes.
Like, I didn't realize in 1984 when Private Dancer came out, like, she was already in her 40s.
Yes.
In her 40s. I could not believe that. I was -1 at the time.
Touring in her 50s in the 90s, sold out
Yes.
shows. Like, what?
She was still like I had a crush on Tina Turner before I came to understand who I really was. But like I had a crush on like the What's Love Got to Do with It album cover when her legs were out. I was like, bitch, this woman is fine. She was like,
right. I didn't even think of age. And then I got reintroduced to her, you know, in 1993 when the movie came out. Mm-hmm. That's when I like really became a Tina Turner fan. But yeah, I think I cried like maybe at like towards the end after the Ike part.
That it was for me. It was that conversation about love is when I started to boohoo a little bit.
That took me, bitch.
That shit was deep.
Yeah.
Because
so it's not like how What's Love Got to Do with It, where it's like an acting and showing the story. It's like, is it?
This is Tina's story. People who, Ike's interview. They had a whole bunch of clips from like the 80s and 70s. Yeah.
Okay, so we're seeing like actual live footage of Tina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, she put together the movie of her life and was like, I'm gonna tell you who I am, where I've been, and what I do.
And there's an interview with Ike Turner. Baby blew away because he started out saying one thing, and it's like almost like he had to tell the truth, but not to damage him so much. Because it's like he didn't want to take responsibility, but he knew if he had said something else, it was gonna be over. He had to retake it twice. He was like,
I remember that interview. That came out in like 2000.
Yep, it was on like Behind the Music or something.
And what's crazy is he finally got that Grammy right before he died.
Yeah.
But it was for
the Hall of Fame, even though like he was a horrible person.
Yeah, he was.
It's a lot, y'all. If you haven't seen it, please, because it was.
It's
crazy tonight.
I want to see a Shaka documentary.
Oh, the racist thing that happened to her when she was trying to have the comeback, and they were signed her to the new record label, and they were like,
I didn't know that.
You put this old N-word up, and I was like, what? And then ends up selling 20 million copies.
You're a douchebag.
Whoa. The industry.
She called her manager who called somebody, and they was like, you're back on.
What also like stood out to me was the irony of the only reason we got that movie in the book was because like she was tired of people bringing it up. She was just like, okay, I'm gonna tell you, but then after this, I don't want to talk about it anymore, and that just made us talk about it even more.
Yep.
And she could not escape it. Like then it like just took over pop culture because Angela Bassett. I mean, that movie was so good, good. I can watch that movie anytime it comes on.
Yeah.
I just felt sorry for her about that.
Oh, and Angela Bassett was interviewed through this too, which I was happy about because Angela kind of people lived through Tina's story through Angela Bassett because Angela
introduction. I know for me,
I got emotional here. Angela Bassett because that role changed her life.
Oh, and that's another thing too, Jamar. She talks about that fight in the limo, but in way more detail because it was more than just what we saw. It was over some bullshit. Like honestly, how the fight happened was over some trash, a chocolate bar.
She fills in the gaps, right? So like the movie, of course, is dramatized because it's a film and da. She gives us the real tea about what for real happened, and so like the whole Ramada Inn part really happened, but like. The details are a lot more gory than what we even saw on TV.
Like she was massaging this man after after they basically swung on each other to make him go to sleep just so she could leave the room. And she did run across the freeway, but she almost got hit by a semi truck in the process. She straight up ran, like didn't wait, just ran, and cars had to move out the way. So she could have been dead trying to escape Ike.
Yep.
She says July 4th was her Independence Day. So from now on, I don't think of Happy July 4th. I think of Tina Turner's Independence Day from now on. That's straight up going to be my new holiday. And Angela Bassett was robbed at the Oscars for that role.
I don't remember who she lost to. I forgot.
She lost.
Marissa Tomei, I think, was the person she lost to.
That's not
my cousin Vinny was
Marissa Tomei stays taking Oscars.
Let me see here. I think that's who it was, if I'm correct. If I'm not correct, it was somebody who didn't need to get it. Oh, poor Angela. We love you, Angela Bassett. I hope you get an Oscar for real, not an honorary one. Like, honestly, Mama deserves. I'm getting sick of it.
I
Anywho,
agree. Can we stop giving Viola Davis like everything? There's other black actresses. Just to be
Don't come for my
really
auntie.
real.
Don't come for my auntie.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
more
Octavia get them too now. Like Octavia get them too now. It's Octavia and Viola now.
Look, don't even get me started on. Shut up. Do I want to choose violence? I already
She waited until her 40s to live her dream. Do not come for my auntie.
No, I'm tired of Octavia Spencer playing these like subsidiary roles. Like I want to stop her from being the help, from being a janitor, from being like a mammy. Like
But she was girl number 3. She was woman number 3 in all her.
Have you seen a different world episode? We all lived through Mammy. Because Mammy did, we live today.
I mean, Viola Spencer also was in Drag Me to Hell, so she could be there.
And she was on Moesha and the Parkers.
Standing next
to Viola or Octavia?
It was Holly Hunter for the piano.
Well, I just meant after.
Really? It was Holly Hunter for the piano that won over Angela Bassett. I saw the piano now. Like, really? Angela should have won that one. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Oh,
really?
yeah. Marissa Tomei won in 92. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Holly Hunter.
I mean, racism. That's all I got to say.
I'd rather Holly have won for Silence of the Lambs if we were just going to talk about performances versus the piano. Girl, she barely said a word in that movie.
Denzel didn't get his Oscar till Training Day, so
and should have got it for Glory, but oop.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
didn't he win it for Glory? I thought he did
Glory.
win it for Glory for supporting actor. He did win it for supporting actor. Yeah.
Did he win this? He got best actor.
There was another movie he should have won in that one, and Color Purple was robbed too. You know what I'm saying? Like they should have got way more awards than just like 1 or 2. Like there's a lot of movies out there that I'm like, like I don't even want to go there with. Can't even do it. Regina King getting snubbed at the Oscars this year, but we'll talk about it. Anywho, let's move on to something a little bit more reality TV based here, but y'all know where to find Tina and Godzilla vs. King Kong on HBO Max. You're probably going to find the Tina Turner one more entertaining, but unless you like a little graphics and non moments and a couple of airs and oohs, then you can watch Godzilla vs. King Kong. Now, Housewives of Atlanta is filming their reunion. And there were a lot of dresses in sight, some of which to be questioned. And Twitter got quite excited and readable. The cast of Atlanta is giving us a Candy sex dungeon moment. And a lot of people are not happy with the looks. Have you all seen what has been worn by these ladies?
Yeah. Me and Alex did our review of their wardrobe on Pop Roast. I think they should have just did a black theme, not a dungeon theme. But then their dresses are too close to that iconic season 12 promo look that they did, because that's the best Housewives photo of all time.
It really was.
It
that
looked
was
royal, like regal, black regal women, like yeah.
So I'll give Portia gets a pass from me. I thought Portia did decent. Kenya's hair didn't match her dress, but it wasn't awful. Cynthia did well because Cynthia doesn't have a choice but to. The shade. I know. Excuse me. I'm sorry. God. I'm backing for your favor. Thank you. But it starts to go downhill after that. Now I saw Candy's look later and appreciated it later from different angles.
Right.
But everybody else after that?
It was on brand for me.
Boo.
Kenya's look was a boot for me.
LaTanya looked like she ordered hers from Amazon Prime, bitch.
Yeah.
Fashion Nova.
Unfinished.
It looked like a child had got lost in fucking Joanne fabrics and went crazy.
Oh, Joanne.
Now, someone beat me to it on Twitter. They said Shamia looks with that hair like a young Cheryl Lee Ralph. And they said like the part in the competition.
You're talking about Sister Act 2?
Yeah. But yeah, we said she looked like she about to perform disco numbers. Like one night only.
Shamia looked like she was about to walk up to Lauryn Hill and be like, I am so proud of you.
Right.
She did.
Go look at the hair. Like that hair. Ooh.
I really liked Candy's look, but I think I understood Candy's look. I thought she looked great. The body was right. The Betty Page suicide role was everything for me. I was like, okay, Candy, I get it.
I just didn't like the initial picture that I saw. But then when I saw it from a different angle, I was like, okay, this is better.
I may be small. Ooh, I can never let that go for Candy. That was the worst intro. Like, how you gonna get off key and then say you're a singer, like in your own intro song? I may be off key. Like, I can't. The outfits are, to me, it was mostly a mess. I'll wait for the reunion to see if this will be interesting because I've honestly not cared for this season. I've been very in and out. Very much
outfit, though?
Huh?
Marlo's outfit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about Marlo.
A slut.
Hot mess.
Yeah, it was bad. I hate it. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. I'm using that word and I'm keeping it. And Dooley, I see what you're doing with his lighting. I see what you're doing with his lighting, Dooley. He's saying, I'm gonna be still girl. I want the girls to catch me with this little frame going on here.
I don't watch Housewives. I don't have a dog in this fight. So yes, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and catch this light.
Yes, it's giving me very Addams Family, Morticia, you know.
I was more interested or bothered by Candy's hair than her outfit.
Really?
Because I mean, she wears no clothes. I mean, she has a sex toy line. Who's surprised? Like, that's not unusual for me.
What bothered you about the hair? You're like, well, what didn't bother?
It reminded me of the kind of hair that Trixie used to wear when we first met her in season 7 with like the.
You talking about Trisha?
Trixie.
Oh. Trisha?
He back in, y'all.
I'm just
had to mention something white and plastic, and Dooley was like, "Hey, what you talking about?" Okay.
And
Atlanta is the finale is on the 18th, so it's not that many episodes left.
Oh, okay, good.
Already confirmed, so the release coming very soon.
Good, okay. I know Jamar can mute himself. Let's see here. All right.
My mom was sneaking behind trying.
Okay, tipping through. Hey, mom. Okay, so listen. Now we're going to talk about somebody who believes they're very talented. Iggy Azealia decided to go on a rant the other day about where there should be act in the history. Let me just get to this tweet, y'all. Let me just go ahead and get here. I want to read this verbatim for y'all so you could understand where I feel the way I feel.
So I'm gonna let my mom come and wave in real quick. Come on.
Okay. Hey, mom.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hey.
I don't want to interrupt no more.
You fine.
Come on, Mama 84.
Yeah. See, I want to do it just like in Jackie's Back. Oh, you know, it's like, hey, play mama. Hey, play mama. That's what I want to do, just real bad. Let's see here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna help Jamar out right there because he talking to his mother. I'm about to bring up these receipts real quick because we're on this last 15 minutes. Here we go. Now, Iggy Azalea decided, Jamar's back. Iggy Azalea decided that she wanted to at YouTube and let them know what it was about. So she says, so YouTube won't recommend my video or add it to trending because of the content in the video. I waited 48 hours and still can't get a real answer from anyone at YouTube about why they have far more controversial videos in their trending list as we speak. Why? Basically. I'm really disappointed because I'm indie and I depend on things like that for streaming. I sent my video into their staff a week prior and they told me it was perfect, no issues. I don't really feel like it's fair and really wish someone at YouTube would resolve it. The Grammys are rigged as fuck, and y'all know that now and collectively agree, but forget the whole biz is ran by the same motherfuckers planning that event. So why don't you believe the whole industry is the same way? This is y'all's logic.
What would I give Igloo Azalea a Grammy for?
If it wasn't fancy, it wasn't gonna happen.
If it wasn't pussy, it wasn't gonna happen.
Cream.
Yeah, pussy, for real.
I mean, she didn't say the Grammys was rigged when she was nominated. So
that's just like Nene didn't say that Andy was racist and she was ahead of all the hot.
Right. When her head was up his ass. Don't even get started on that.
Ooh, I start from the bottom and now I don't have no nominations. Like, stop it. Like, it's okay.
I think Iggy, Excuse me.
So
Her music just doesn't work anymore.
No, it doesn't.
someone said I should have read it in the Iggy's Black set. Okay, I bet I do that. So
When you gave it a boom boom pop.
I really
She has a whole like Australian accent, so it just doesn't work anymore. Like I used to love Iggy, but now it's just like,
I didn't.
that's why I appreciate Fergie more so as a white female rapper because that's Fergie rapping. You know, I don't think she's trying to like.
She's not trying to be nobody else.
Right. Like I don't think she's trying to add any black scent to it or anything. It's just Fergie rapping. Every time I go around, I don't know.
that, and she doesn't make a habit of doing it too much. You know.
She's also not using someone else's black scent to rap. It's
Right. You're not trying to
her
like Diamond from
Her speaking voice matches her rapping voice, whereas this so like she doesn't turn it on.
Exactly.
She'll get on the mic and start talking, and it's like this whole other person. And then she'll start to rap, and it's ha! It's like, whoa, Candy Muse came out of somewhere. I don't know where it came from.
Well, I see y'all kikiing in the comments. Don't do Miss Stacy like that. Don't act like the Duchess was not that shit, bitch. The Duchess went hard. The Duchess went hard, girl.
Oh, it really did.
The Duchess went hard.
Yeah, the Duchess did. The Duchess did. After that, it's been a child.
London Bridge, Clumsy, Glam,
all of that.
Big Girls Don't Cry. Like, let's not.
It stops there. It really stops there, though. It really stops there. Milk was trash, or Milk or whatever was trash.
I like Milk Money. That's the only single that
I
like.
But yeah. The Duchess is everything. That was 2006 music.
Fergalicious should have been a lip sync song by now.
It should have.
Fergalicious.
Like, y'all want to see some girls twirl? That's the song. Because every time some drag queen has performed that anywhere I've been, that's the number you can cut the fuck up to. Like, you want to throw a count?
Oh, you're doing the Ellie Diamond.
The Ellie Diamond A count?
Yes, everybody. The LED. When she said that shit, I was thrown off. I was like, I know you are not the only reference point for that little twirl. I know you can't be. There is no way. Who told you that? You're 16?
Not the move is older than you.
Some 12-year-old told you that, sis. Somebody at a children's birthday party gave you that title. Don't go on there. In your house is where the birthday party happened. Okay.
Someone said Fergie or Gwen. They was both popping, girl.
Ooh, it's gonna be Gwen for me.
They was both popping.
Yeah. Completely different artists.
So Gwen Fergie, y'all might not know this, but Fergie was beefing with
Nelly Furtado, right?
Nelly Furtado, that whole like 3
I
or 4
remember
years
that.
was popular. Gwen was biting off of both of them because they both were selling, but they was too busy arguing, girl. We ain't clocking until after that.
Yeah. And then
Gwen was popping too.
Gwen was.
I mean, that was some really good albums, like
Love Angel Music Baby.
Yeah, and,
Love Angel Music Baby is a classic, as well as the album that came up after that one too.
With Wind It Up.
Yeah, Wind It Up was a gag, but after that, this Blake Shelton era.
I'm feeling yummy at the toe.
I think Loose was like the best album out of the 3 to me.
Oh yeah, for Nelly Furtado. Yeah,
that was a really good album.
Showtime was the song for me. That was my favorite song of that album.
I don't think I've listened to it in full.
Yeah, Showtime was my favorite. And then Do It Like You Do It For Me, Burn It Up. Yeah, that was another one too. Yeah.
I need to experience Say It Right while I'm on a different planet.
Look at us talking about better artists than Iggy. That's how like she is.
Okay, so how about Quavo and Saweetie? Do we care?
I don't even know who those people are.
Sawati.
I know the couple that had a fight on the elevator that I'm sure they're going to profit off of musically in their lyrics.
Whoa, Nelly.
I mean, it's unfortunate that, Quavo's going to come away from this scot-free like Tory Lanez. No one's going to care in 5 months. Migos going to have a number 1 album.
Sure.
All of Migos is trash, actually.
Say that again.
So Dre, In the Zone was cute, but the
Blackout
is the Blackout.
I'm not a Britney fan. Like I always ask Britney fans, what's your favorite album? If they don't say Blackout, they're not a real Britney fan.
The Blackout.
The Blackout was hot.
the blackout.
But that moment was from like a year ago. So when they showed it, it wasn't even in context to the actual breakup that happened from a year ago. That's just, again, people finding some shit to tack on to something that's happened currently and make it like as if that just happened. Mm-hmm. So they got Sweetie looking bad. I don't like Quavo. I'm Team Sweetie on this one. Back to the streets. Boom. Yeah.
If Sweetie was white, it would be a whole different thing.
Probably.
Of course it would. I wouldn't even compare it to Solange and Jay-Z's mama though, because that was a whole.
That was a family affair. That
was
$1
billion on the elevator, girl. That's what we care.
There was $1 billion on the elevator.
That's what we care.
Oh, y'all, my fan is kicking in. It's starting to sound like I'm about to board a plane here, and I want to make sure that doesn't interrupt our services. And we're also at the 2-hour marker. And I like to go catch a cocktail tonight in a social distancing setting here. So I've already got my outfit ready to go. I got my mask ready to be put on my face. I have a backup one in case I lose that one. That's where I'm going out today. So I'm going to start with C. Diggy, then go to Jamar, then Blakeisha, then Dooley, basically the order that I can see on my screen with your social medias. Chris, where can they find you at?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and my own YouTube, CDIGGI1. You can also find me on Alexander Rogers' channel, Pop Roast. It's also a podcast on Apple and Spotify. Check us out there.
Fabulous. Jamar?
So you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at Jamar84, with the exception of TikTok, which is at Jamar840. Amen.
Hallelujah. Blakeisha, in your blue wall, where can they find you at?
Find me on Instagram at Rowley B, on Twitter at BARowley86, and Stereo app at Blakeisha.
Fab. Dooley. 2 underscores. Noted.
Underscore Dooley Noted underscore on Twitter. Dooley Noted with 2 underscores, just as spelled here on Instagram for personal, and then Dooley Does Food for business. Also, watch the new Dooley Does Food video that I posted last Thursday. It's not a April Fool's joke. It's fun. Maybe.
Okay, everyone. Thanks again for tuning in. It's your boy, Matty Rants. You know where to find me at here on the channel at Matty Rants, or both on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Bookable on Cameo at Matty Rants, as well as the Stereo app, which you can find me and Dooley on Monday for food porn. It's not what you think, as well as online dating and the Ghosts That Run It with me and Blakeisha on Wednesdays. Me and Jamar will be scheduling our 2. Oh, it was so close, y'all. I was so close. I was on a roll. God damn it. 2 bi-monthly episodes that happen here on Stereo after the Matt and Mars show. I hope you all very much enjoy it. And I thank y'all so much for tuning in. Chris, we're going to talk about doing a little something on Stereo too here, because I need something with you as well. Something pop. We got something going on here. Listen, kids. At the Matty Rants on Twitter. For you that donated, everybody that donated to the channel, thank you so very much. I appreciate y'all for coming in today. I think I got my car low key, high key, all keys. I'm still gonna be sitting there with my grits and eggs and my soup until I get this car though, because I'm not playing no games, bitch. I need that title and them tags and that insurance. Okay. So there you go. But I'll be back in the streets. I will be. But no, I'm just playing. No, I'm not. All right. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate y'all for being here. Next week we'll have some more topics. Wilma Fingerdew will be here as a guest host on the channel. I'll be so excited for her. Blakeisha will not be here next week. He'll be in vacation getting Chris's leftovers. Whoop! All right, everybody. I'm like, you going to where? Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic?
Puerto Rico. But I do want to come back looking like I want Chris's color.
Okay, that will be us for the whole summer. Also, our light skin is trying to like match Chris in the dark tones here. That's what's going to happen. I'll have to throw myself at the sun to make that happen. Anywho, thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate y'all so much for being here. Hugs and kisses, all the best love and wishes in the world. It's your boy Matty Rants with C1 with Jamar 4 with Blakeisha and Dooley _ noted. Ha! I got that last part right. Puss. I'll see y'all later.
Listen. Yeah.